You see, the world is changing fast. Money isn't what it used to be. From carrying heavy gold coins to paper money, from bank-controlled systems to digital wallets, we've come a long way. But what if I told you that we're about to witness something even bigger? Something that could shake up the entire financial system as we know it? Because let's be real, the current system isn't perfect. Banks control everything. They set the rules, charge the fees, and decide who gets access to financial services. But people are waking up. They want something different, something more fair, more open, more decentralized, and that's where things start to get really interesting. For years, crypto has been positioned as the future of finance. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and countless other projects have tried to break the monopoly of banks. Yet, let's be honest, despite all the hype, none of them have fully replaced traditional finance. Bitcoin is too volatile to be a true everyday currency. Ethereum is great for smart contracts but not practical for daily transactions. So the question remains, is there a real alternative? A cryptocurrency that's stable, usable, and widely accepted? Something that isn't just a speculative asset but a real medium of exchange? Well, this is where the story gets exciting, because something big is on the horizon, something that could be a game changer. And if the predictions are right, we're only weeks away from seeing history unfold. You may have heard the name before, Pi Network. It started as a simple idea, a mobile mining app that allowed people to earn cryptocurrency without expensive equipment, no high electricity costs, just a phone and a vision. But fast forward a few years, and it has grown into a massive global community. Over 50 million pioneers, mining, trading, and waiting for the next big step. And now, the wait might finally be over. The rumors, the speculations, the predictions, they all seem to point to one thing: February 17th, 2025. Now, at first glance, this date might not mean much. Just another day on the calendar, right? But think again, it's President's Day in the United States, a day that celebrates leadership, independence, and major turning points in history. So if Pi Network has chosen this date for its Open Mainnet launch, it's not just a random decision, it's symbolic. It's a statement. It's a declaration of financial independence. Think about it. For centuries, financial power has been concentrated in the hands of a few governments, central banks, institutions. They control how money moves, who gets access, and what fees you have to pay. But what happens when a decentralized system enters the picture? One that doesn't rely on banks, one that allows people to transact directly, instantly, without the need for intermediaries? This is exactly what Pi Network aims to achieve: a peer-to-peer financial ecosystem where anyone, anywhere, can send and receive payments with ease. But let's take a step back. Let's really break it down. What would an open mainnet mean for Pi Network and the world? Well, first, it would mean that Pi could finally be used outside its enclosed ecosystem. Right now, people are trading Pi within the community, but once Open Mainnet launches, the game changes. Suddenly, businesses could start accepting Pi as payment. Global transactions could happen without the need for currency exchange. Remittances could become instant and nearly free. Imagine sending money across borders without waiting days for a bank transfer, without paying ridiculous fees, without worrying about intermediaries blocking your transactions. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Pi Network isn't just about transactions, it's about creating a whole new digital economy. Think about marketplaces where you can buy and sell goods using Pi. Think about businesses integrating Pi into their payment systems. Think about a world where people no longer need traditional bank accounts to be part of the financial system. This is the vision, this is the goal, but can it really happen? Skeptics will say, wait, hold on, isn't this just another crypto dream? Isn't this what every blockchain project promises? Well, yes and no, because unlike other projects, Pi Network has focused on mass adoption first. Instead of launching a currency and then trying to convince people to use it, they built a massive user base first. Over 50 million people already mining Pi, already engaged, already believing in the system. That's the real difference, because adoption is the hardest part of any currency. and Pi Network might have already solved that problem. But we're not done yet, because if February 17 is when Open Mainnet arrives, then what comes next is even bigger. Exactly 1 month later, March 14th, 2025, Pi Day, Pi Network's 6th anniversary. This is when the future roadmap could be revealed. This is when we could finally see the long-term vision unfold. In previous years, Pi Day has always been a moment of big announcements, major updates, strategic moves. So this year, after Open Mainnet, expectations are through the roof. What are we looking at? Global expansion, corporate partnerships, integration with major businesses, the introduction of smart contracts and decentralized applications. Imagine developers building on Pi's blockchain, creating financial services, gaming platforms, social apps, all powered by Pi. Imagine a world where you can book flights, shop online, order food, all using Pi as a primary payment method. This is the potential, but will it be realized? Of course, no revolution comes without challenges. Regulation is one of the biggest obstacles. Governments and central banks are not going to sit back and watch a decentralized financial system rise without resistance. We've seen it with Bitcoin. We've seen it with other cryptos. Regulatory hurdles, legal battles, restrictions, bans. The fight for decentralization is never easy, and Pi Network will have to navigate these waters carefully. Then there's the question of stability. For a currency to be truly useful, it needs a stable value. Pi Network has an interesting approach with the concept of an agreed-upon global consensus value. But can it maintain that stability once it enters open markets? If speculation drives wild price swings, it could face the same issues as Bitcoin and Ethereum, making it impractical for everyday use. And let's not forget competition. The crypto space is evolving fast. Other blockchains like Solana, Avalanche, and Cardano are pushing the boundaries of what decentralized networks can do. Can Pi Network truly stand out? Can it offer something unique, something that makes businesses and consumers choose it over other options? But here's the thing, revolutions don't happen overnight. Every major financial shift in history has faced resistance, has faced doubt, has faced setbacks. Yet, when the demand is strong enough, when the movement is big enough, change becomes inevitable. And right now, Pi Network isn't just an idea anymore. It's a reality, a growing force, a movement that's getting harder and harder to ignore. So as we look ahead to February 17, 2025, and then to March 14, the real question isn't just what will happen, but are we ready for what comes next? Because if Pi Network succeeds in what it's trying to do, the financial landscape may never be the same again. And whether the world is ready or not, the countdown has already begun. This is Teems Flash, keeping you informed, keeping you ahead of the curve. If you've made it this far, you already know something big is coming. Stay tuned, stay prepared, and most importantly, stay ready, because the future doesn't wait. And neither should you.